Tragic moment: Met Police horse collapsed and died at the Notting Hill Carnival, in front of shocked revellers as officers desperately tried to save him. Sundown, a 14-year-old chestnut gelding collapsed at around 9 p.m. on Sunday at the West London event. Video shows the horse, which stood at 16 hands high, topple over as an officer desperately tries to take control of its reins. More officers then rush over to help their colleague tend to the horse, which is lying motionless on the floor. Carnival goers can be seen watching on in horror while police attempt to keep the public at bay. Despite being provided emergency care at the scene, Sundown was unable to be saved and tragically died shortly after. An eyewitness said of the incident, "I was around the horse for half an hour or so before it collapsed and it looked really uncomfortable. It was mumbling constantly, and the officer was trying to get it to calm down." A statement described the death as sudden, and said a post-mortem examination is underway. The 14-year-old chestnut gelding has been described as one of the Metropolitan Police's most experienced horses, having served an impeccable 7 years in the force. Most police horses retire after more than a decade of service when they reach the ages of 20 to 22. The force described P.H. Sundown as playing an integral role in helping to police London. The Met said P.H. Sundown had been gifted to the force in 2015, quickly winning over officers due to his good nature. The force described Sundown as a pro at policing all types of events across London. They added, "He demonstrated his bravery and courageousness at numerous football fixtures whilst also being selected to perform at the mounted activity ride at Olympia, and the mounted musical ride." The force reported P.H. Sundown was also selected to perform at the mounted activity ride at Olympia and the mounted musical ride. It went on to say P.H. Sundown was a massive part of the mounted branch family, and was loved dearly. He will be sorely missed by all. The Met added that while it is too early at this stage to determine a cause of death, a post-mortem is underway. The Met's mounted branch dates back to 1760, when it was first introduced to combat the problem of highwaymen in London. These days the force says it has as many as 110 horses and 117 officers as part of its mounted branch, who undertake a much more varied role in the capital. Their responsibilities include high-visibility patrols, undertaking community engagement, and specializing in crowd control at sporting events, demonstrations, public order events, and state ceremonial occasions, such as trooping the color. The Met insists that the high vantage point and versatility of mounted branch officers make them a valued police resource. The force states that a normal tour of duty for a mounted branch officer consists of a patrol of 3 to 4 hours, but adds that this may be extended depending upon the duty they are required to perform. It is not known how long P.H. Sundown was on duty before he collapsed and died. This year's Notting Hill Carnival was marred by several troubling events, including the stabbing of a young man, and the sexual assault of 2 female police officers. The festival returned to the streets of West London last weekend, following a 3-year hiatus forced by coronavirus. Notting Hill Carnival is the largest street carnival in Europe, and an estimated 2 million people are expected to attend over the course of the bank holiday weekend. The carnival first started in 1966, when about 1,000 people attended, and is famous for its celebration of Afro-Caribbean traditions.